hopefully. I've set it down to 15 frames per second, so it should not use that much upload. So I was looking in regards of, let's take the first image here in regards of Nazism, and here we have in regards of the coat of arms of Prussia from 1933. We see the sun symbol in the middle, God mit uns, in regards of God with us. We see the Roman, what's it called? Lightning characteristic, and then a sword in the other hand, and of course then it seems to be an eagle, like usually also going back to Rome, it seems. Anyway, yeah, so that's just a little one here, but we also, of course, we have some, images of Hitler, and, it's just, this was actually one of the interesting things as well. In regards of the Hitler symbol actually being in regards of the sun. And I've seen a lot of, they just shove it out in front of you and we never realize it seems. It says, we youth step happily forward facing the sun. And it's ... with our faith we drive the devil from the land. I think they talk about the Jews here. I wonder if it's like what actually is in the German here. We use the, I'm not sure. Die Juden sind unser Unglück. Maybe this is down here. Oh, it probably is down here because you have the ... but it's a little hard to see. And then what, of course, in regards of, we use step happily forward facing the sun. If just in the face, sun, the sun symbol, all, it's just some of the images I've seen is just up in your face, and we'll go to another image that is also on this one that is just in your face, that this is in regards of the sun. It's just, and there's another where, the sun is on the sky and the sun symbol is in the sun itself on the sky. There's another one on this webpage, but, just the wording. We use step happily forward facing the sun. What sun, sun worship. Oh, but this is against the Jews as I understand it. There was something that was very interesting that I might have, I'm giving the, in some sense, the Catholic Church the fault for all this. But I'm not sure about the Protestants. So I'm looking into, did the Protestants really, join up with this maniac system? The Protestants that, that should know who the Antichrist is in this world. The question is, was the Protestants already at that point so, what is it called, so, lacking of, who the Antichrist is and who the whore riding the beast is, that they succumb to this? I'm trying to find out if that is, what is... Because that's just terrible. I heard something about that some of the Protestants was actually, that there was like 3,000 Protestants that actually rejected this, and they got persecuted by Hitler and all that. Here we see where you have the cross, and it actually talks about being a Latin cross and a Nazi cross. And as I understand it, Hitler actually got the Nazi cross actually from a Catholic church. I don't have the information at hand, but I remember reading that. And here we have, I think, in regards of his, but anyway, Catholic Mass and all that. And of course, in regards of Lutheran, they never actually, they still continue to believe that the bread was the literal body of Christ. They still had the cookie Jesus. The Lutheran Church still believe in the cookie Jesus, as far as I can see. in regards of I was in regards of Denmark. I was trying to find out, and trying to speak with this so-called priest, whatever you want to call them, And I asked him about it. It's really hard to get straight answers, apparently. And he said, well, we believe in regards of what is in the Augsburg Confession that's 1530 or something like that. And finding in regards of the Augsburg Confession from 1530, well, then the Lutheran apparently still believe in the cookie Jesus. And of course, the symbol in regards of the Nazi flag, you have the cookie and you have the symbol of the sun. And going back to in regards to researching Catholicism being just sun worship in what shall we say, hidden sun worship, it just makes it's just and here we have Hitler going, and actually this is one of the pictures I posted on Facebook, and I got banned 3 days. And I posted also in regards of the what is it called, belt buckler or something like that. Where they also have God mit uns, God with us. And I remember a Jewish source, that spoke about this and all that he saw this written on a German soldier or something like that. So then I found in regards to the buckler and all that, and now I find it other places. So it's just, and here we apparently have some kind of Christian thing as well. You still have the round thing, which could still be in regards of the cookie Jesus, it's pretty much, see here. The Dutch Christians were German Protestant movement exposing the anti-Semitic principles of Nazism. Espousing, not exposing. And espousing, I would guess, maybe they joined up. If that is true, that is just horrible. It's absolutely horrible if chose and follow as of theories, idea. Oh my, this is insanity. This is total insanity if this is the case. The Nazi flag and the Dutch, well, then the information on the Jewish museum is in some sense the information at the beginning in regards to that the Christians was persecuting the Jews. Well, it's not. It is not. You can't really clarify them as Christians, can you? Because they're not really doing what Jesus said to do. Love your enemy, do good to those who persecute you, and so forward. This is terrible. This is absolutely terrible. Knowing that the Roman Catholics absolutely have a hand in this, and that Hitler was a good Roman Catholic, in good standing, even at his illegible death and so forward, and you have all the information, this is terrible. This is absolutely terrible. So the Nazi flag and the Dutch German Christians. The Dutch Christians were German Protestant movement exposing the anti-Semitic principle of, espousing the anti-Semitic principle of Nazism. The Dutch Christian Church was formed in 1931. Its flag was flown during marches and demonstrations. And again, we have the cookie Jesus, and you can see all the pictures where you also see the cross with the swastika. Here you have, this is for women, as I understand it, this cross. If they, was it like in regards of having a lot of children or something like that? Motherhood. Honor German Nazi motherhood, again featuring Christian and Nazi crosses. The cross of honor of the German mother. It's just insane. If the German Protestants joined up with this movement, that's just totally unacceptable. That is just totally outrageous, And of course, reading from another source that around 3,000 Protestants would not accept this, and they were then, of course, persecuted and killed off and sent to the camps and all that. But I don't understand if apparently we have Martin Luther Memorial Church in Berlin baptismal font with carving of Adolf Hitler holding a stormtrooper hat. It's insane. If the Protestants was so stupid to go along with this has to be the worst. The thing is, there's some information down here that let's see. So again, we have the sun straight up in your face. So what are they worshiping? A cookie. The cookie, the sun, symbol of the sun in regards to the cookie Jesus, which is just, sun worship. And, you have to have the right Jesus, The real Jesus is not a cookie. The real Jesus is not the literal sun in the sky, The real Jesus is not into paganism. The real Jesus was a Jew. Anyway, so, just see this cookie symbol all the way in regards, just look at it. Just look like the round wafer god of the Catholics. And of course, if the Lutherans, as it seems, also still believe this, they might also have probably believed the same thing in regards of Germany as well. Because Luther never I don't think he never, I haven't seen, some say that he turned around on this, but I haven't seen anything that actually says that Luther actually rejected the cookie Jesus of the Catholics. That was something that Andreas Karlstadt and Zwingli was, and Luther was just, and he turned, I don't understand how he could do these things that Luther did, he made a mess out of things. You can read his book in regards of in regards of the papacy being an institution of the devil and agree with him. And then you can look at other things that he did and you can totally disagree with him. And having all this Catholic living in him still is just, and getting people killed in regards of the peasants and, it's just horrible. Anyway, let's go down here. And good mit uns, the same thing if you look at the Nazi buckler, and you can search that, there's like, say, God mit uns buckler. And I had like 3 pictures of 3 different bucklers having the same thing, but you could see that it was not the same buckler, so there's like 3 of them at least. Just to get some more. Yeah, here we go. Good mit, no, it's not, it's right, there we go. Good mit uns, and you have the eagle, the Roman eagle, standing on the what did we get? Oh, it's a little slow. Well, we have the eagle standing on the sun symbol again, and apparently we have some problems in regards of the mobile. I have a lot of problems with the mobile, maybe it needs a reset or something like that. Come on, I really need to close it down and open it up again. It's just, give me a break. Close it down. Open it up again. There we go. Let's see if we can get it to work. It's not very stable, this mobile. It just makes a lot of issues. Let's see. Good mit uns. And this is something, of course, you can search for yourself. But buckler. Images. Show more. This is just terrible. If the Protestants, I need to read more about that. If the Protestants actually joined up with Romanism, that is just insane. They should have known better. Oops, let's go back. Here we have God mit uns over here. There's no Nazi the sun symbol in it. Here we have it. There's something in regards of before Nazism that they also used in regards of good mit or God mit uns, in regards of God with us. But here we have the symbol again. You have a lot of these. I don't know how many of the Nazis actually had the. Oh, here we have the SS. Skull and Bones with God mit uns. Well, which God is it? Well, it must be the devil, and now it has problems again. I'm not sure what the meaning of this in regards of symbol. I'm not sure if it's in regard like up here. That's like maybe it's in must have some symbolic value. maybe in regards of the, I can't remember what it's called, but now we have a problem again. It's slow. Apparently, come on. This doesn't help on the. Can I actually? Okay, it still works there, but I can't. This is terrible. Let's go back to the. But you get the idea. You can look that up for yourself. It's just terrible that the program doesn't really. I do really wonder if the Protestants really, fell for this. It's just terrible in Germany. If the Protestants in Germany fell for this and went along with it, that's just the idea of Protestants was that they protested against the Antichrist. How could they fall for a Catholic deception like this? Roman Catholic deception. It's just utter terrible. Where is it? Where was my? Let's try that again. By the way, no, it's still locked. I don't know why it's locking. Guess Satan doesn't want us to show the things. I don't know. Anyway, but you can see it just goes along in regards of these. And again, we have the SS skeleton at the right. We have just the Nazi symbol here with the cookie Jesus. Gott mit uns again here. So you have apparently variations, but it seems like this one is where the eagle is the most. There was something in regards of a war Catholic, a Nazi war Catholic. It could be interesting to look in a Nazi war what is it called? Catalog to see actually what you could actually buy in regards of these abominations. But here we have the cookie thing, and in regards of Catholics adores this cookie, which is a false Christ. I guess know them by their fruit. Here we have another one. It's just, I guess it continues. Very interesting that, that's one is very interesting, and now it has issues again. God mean uns, you have the cookie, and then you have the sun symbol, God means uns. Well, which God is it? Well, the sun god. Well, Apollo, Apollyon, Mithra, Sol Invictus, the false cookie god, or the sun god, and has his birth at the 25th December. On the 25th December is his sun birth, the birth of the sun god, Sol Invictus. Mithra, Apollo, whatever names this apparently we are locked again. I have to undo. Well, again, as you can see, I have some issues with it. This is just terrible. It's just some information in regards to the Protestants, and we'll get to that as well. But as you can see, this was something that the Nazis had on them in regards of, there was not like atheists, there was, in regards of God. And the website we was in was also quoting from Mein Kampf, I think it is, in regards of it. And I think that's also the quote in regards of what it was like, the sellers or Catholic and the sellers, Protestants can now sit together. I was like, what are you talking about? This is just horrible. Here this just continues. We have a skeleton again, the SS symbol. Well, they also usually have it on the cap. And just look at it. They have a skeleton, and if you look on Romanism, Roman Catholicism, they have like bones and dead men bones here and there, and it's just horrible. Here we have Gud min uns again, the Catholic cookie, the Catholic false cookie Jesus. We have the SS symbol. We have again the sun symbol, the false cat. And again, if the Lutherans are still believing in this, that's just horrible. It's very sad. I've tried to find out in Denmark if this is the case, because they say this is the body of Jesus. Oh, really? They don't even break it. And I was talking to this so-called priest and telling him in regards to this, and, yeah, but it doesn't really matter if it's a bread or this and all that. But you don't break this unleavened bread, do you? No. And that's the whole point, because his body was broken on the tree. Anyway, Satan is incredible how he misuses the truth and turns things around. It just continues, as you can see. It just built good min uns. It's just incredible how many there actually is. It just continues and continues and continues of these Nazi. I wonder how many of the Nazis actually use this. But of course, if you're a soldier, wouldn't you want to, fix yourself up? You probably would, So with these wicked symbols, and there we go again, the SS. It's a dead man. It's a, yeah. Come on, all things leads to Rome and all that. I have no idea if the Protestants joined up with the Romanism. It's just I have to study more in regards to it, but it's just utter terrible. Here, good min uns again, the cookie Jesus in the middle. It's just death and destruction, filled with death and destruction. It's disgusting. It's utter disgusting. And it just continues. Let's see what we have. Another one there, and another one there. I really wonder how many exist. That's probably a lot. It seems. It seems there are more. I thought they were much. This just keep on coming. Here we have the backside of a belt strap. It seems. Another one in regards, and there we go, and there we go, and there we go, and it's incredible how many there is. And then we have the SS symbol. As I understand it, the SS symbol goes back to Rome as well in regards of SS was, as I understand it, based on the in regards of the Jesuits. The Jesuits are those that was created to get the Protestants back under the wings of the Antichrist, which is the so-called Pope, the man in white robe, who is full of dead man bones, and just it's just horrible. Anyway, again, you can just look at just incredible. It just continues and continues. This world is just so wicked. Anyway, let's get back to the webpage. Yeah, let's stop this. Oh, it's just disgusting. Utter disgusting. Let's see. Hitler and the Roman. Nope, don't wait. So, but apparently 3,000 Protestants seems to have protested against. Apparently, I don't know, but it seems like maybe the Protestants was joining up. As one, and these people were called something, and I looked it up on the computer, and there's some more in regards of something more to study for sure. But in regards of good means uns, God with us. Well, which God is it? Is it the God of the Bible, or is it Satan, the God of this world? What do we have here? There's some German. This is from Mein Kampf again. And we have Hitler in prayer, apparently. Hitler praying, a caption reads there, I Greffion something this. But again, when you read these different quotes, you see some Christianity here and there. And let's see what we have here. For how shall we fill people with blind faith in the correctness of the doctrine, if we ourselves spread uncertainty and doubt by constant changes in its outward structure, ... Here too we can learn by the example of the Catholic Church, though its doctrinal edifice and in quite superfluously comes into collision with exact science and research, it is nonetheless unwilling to sacrifice so much as one little syllable of its dogmas. ... It is only such dogmas which lend to the whole body the character of a faith. I'm not sure if that's positive or negative here. It's a little hard to. But anyway, we go. In regards to the symbol. So here we have apparently Hitler praying. Let's see. I have some more quotes in regards to the Mein Kampf, but let's see. In the ranks of the movement, National Social Movement, I guess this National Social Party, or it seems also that the thing was changed in name at some point. Anyway, the most devout Protestant could sit beside the most devout Catholic without coming into the slightest conflict with his religious convictions. The mighty common struggle which both carried on against the destroyer of the Aryan humanity had, on the contrary, taught them mutually to respect and esteem one another. I'm like, Catholics, Protestants protested against the Antichrist and the whore riding the beast, which is in regards of Rome. It's just Romanism. It's popery. It's popedoom, as I also have. It's so this is simple. Is very interesting as well. And here we see another thing pointing that this cookie or this symbol is the sun symbol. And the sun, the cookie representing the sun. We also have pictures of this actually being in a church. At least I've at least seen one where it's like, you have the Nazi flag on, and then you have the crucifix standing on the pagan altar. It's just it's an idol. Anyway, let's see. Slaggeter pin badge. The name refers to Albert Leo Slaggeter, whom the Nazis considered a martyr for their cause. We have problems again with the. I don't know. I'll just fix it up to another stage here. I think we have reconnected now. I just put 4G instead. So it should be up and running again. It seems to upload anyway. So okay, so we could sit beside the most devout Catholic. That's insane. It's just that it's I don't know. The Protestants, should have known better. And, this political system of Rome that deceives the whole world, Satan deceives the whole world. And, it's just where he has given his power and dominion to the Antichrist, the man of 666, and that's the one, the seed of the devil is in regards of this man that the world know as the Pope. He is the Roman Caesar. He is the king of heathendom, the high priest of paganism. He's taking all the titles of God upon himself, and he thinks he's the head of Christianity. That's just insane. He thinks to change laws and times, and we are running by a Roman, Julian, Gregorian, Popish calendar, sun calendar. Anyway, so Aryan humanity had, on the contrary, taught them mutual to respect and esteem one another. Now look at this. Slagger pin badge, the name refers to Albert Leo Slaggeter, whom the Nazis considered a martyr for their cause. The cross of Christ emerges from the swastika. Now, look at what is there. What is that? That's the cookie Jesus. It has sun rays around it, right? Like when you have when they take the false cookie Jesus and put it in the monstrance, with sun rays around it, right? And they are allowed to worship this because it becomes a literal body, blood, and sinews and so forward of Jesus, they think, What abomination, what other abomination? But is it not very clear what this symbol is? You have the symbol of the sun in the middle. You have it actually, the cookie representing coming up from the ground as the sun, like a sunrise. You have the sun rays, and then of course you have the cross on top of it. Can it be more, It's terrible. It's just terrible. But I don't know how much the Protestants actually fell for this deception. I know the Roman Catholics have their hands in the cookie jar in regards of Nazism and all that, and it seems everything seems to go back to Rome. It doesn't matter if it's Nazism, communism, or whatever. It just seems to you have the Freemasons as well and all that. It just all things seems to go back to Rome in the end. And you have the mafia as well. What does the mafia? They go out and kill somebody or do something bad and all that. So what does the mafia do? Oh, go to a priest to get absolution, right? It's just so wicked. Was that the way Yeshua said? What that Jesus? No. And just look at the guy down in Rome. He has a gigantic, erect Egyptian idol penis standing in his front yard. And no one thinks that's weird, apparently, because it has a cross on top of it. So that's okay now. So this pagan symbol of a gigantic pagan, Egyptian erect penis standing in his front yard. Well, it has a cross on top, so now everything is apparently okay. It's an idol. It's a pagan idol. It's just people were apparently worshipping this thing, and it seems to, as far as I can see, there seems to be some connections also to sun worship again, which, if true, would not be a surprise if it's, everything seems to, mystery Babylon, and what did don't go back to Egypt. And yet people are running back to the Antichrist in our days. But anyway, just look at this. Is it, the sun symbol, the cookie Jesus? Just look at, in regards of Eucharist. That is the thing that, the Catholics adore and love and this and that and all that. And it seems like the Lutherans still have that issue as well. There we go. There it sits. The cookie Jesus, right? Here we go. Now we have a problem again with my, let's try again and reconnect here. I don't know why it has problems with it, but anyway, so here we have it, and actually we have one with sun rays as well, right? Rays around it, and apparently a cross thing in the middle, and rays around it. But do we actually have a monstrance things? Some believe that the IHS goes again back to some pagan. I think they believe it's like Isis, Horus, or Set, or something like that. Anyway, would probably also be connected with sun worship. And, we are not to bow down before idols, but, just make a crucifix, apparently, and then everything is okay, right? And as I understand it, when I guess maybe it could be actually a priest of Baal, in regards to a priest of sun worship thing. I don't know, but at least a pagan high priest of the of mystery Babylon, the mystery religion of Rome and all that. And apparently, when they raise this cookie, they apparently make. Oh no, let's see. When they raise it up, I think it was symbolic for sacrificing Yeshua all over again. It's just abomination because Yeshua was executed once and for all for the sins of the world. Here we have the race around it in regards of the monstrance. And apparently they walk around with this monstrous. I saw this documentary, very interesting. I can't remember what it was called. I think it was around 3 hours or something like that. And you saw the Catholics walking around in regards of in the past, and all that, walking around with the. I've seen other places, and if anyone is a Catholic, it shouldn't actually be a big surprise what in regards of walking around, right? And here we have again sun rays. We have a cross on top, and blah blah blah. It just goes on, and at least they break it here. It seems, but here we have again sun rays around it. We have a little Anyway, here we have where they worship. It seems the cookie Jesus. It's a false cookie. It's not the true version of Jesus. Come out of her, my peoples, Yeshua said, not to partake in her abominations and her wicked deeds or something like that. This is deeply satanic, It just continues, the cookie Jesus. So when Romanist or Papist or Popist or, whatever we want to call them, Romanist, when they are talking about Jesus, they're talking about the cookie Jesus. They are talking about, they might never mention that they are talking about the cookie Jesus, but that is what is going on in their mind, as I understand it, When they are talking about Jesus, they are thinking about this cookie Jesus. But that's not a true version of Jesus. That's idolatry. Oh, there we go. Look at the face. Oh, looking with these eyes on a cookie. They believe it's God. They believe the cookie is God. They believe this wafer is God. What utter abomination, what filthy abomination. It's just, and here we have an image of the priest, making the sacrifice all over again, and a guy's, down there, and here we have idols on the altar, putting, on their altars, Oh, give me a break, Mystery Babylon the Great. Oh, at least they have a broken bread there. Okay, that's the IH is, let's see. Of course, we have another false doctrine in regards of the heart. I think it goes back to the Jesuits actually in regards of the heart of, the heart of Jesus or something like that, and then worshipping that and doing things, abominable things again, mystical things and all that. You have the Jesuits having all the mystical stuff going on, and I don't know everything in regards of what they do and all that. I don't really care, because I just, it should be enough seeing that they are doing these abominations, and you have Mary, all the, filthiness of Mary, they say it's so-called Mary, being, everlasting, what do you call it, born without sin, and they say, and she is an everlasting virgin, which is not true, and she was taken to heaven, and a queen of heaven. Well, we have the queen of heaven in the Bible, and that's a pagan doctrine. But of course, if we actually if you actually take something in regards of Mary, you have he makes this. You have to have a so-called priest, a Catholic priest, which of course have education in Greek. Greek. What is it called? Philosophy or something like that in regards of Socrates. No, not Socrates. What is it called? Socrates. No, not Plato. The other guy. Oh, what is it called? Can't remember, but apparently they are studying this to understand why this piece of bread becomes literal, but how it can be transformed in regards of transubstantiation and all that. So why are they going to paganism to find out how this can, just read the Bible? Maybe it's because this is, a pagan religion with, hiding behind the facade of Christianity. What is he called? He was We have Plato, we have Socrates, Plato, and the last one. What is he called? I can't remember what is he called, but apparently they read something in regards of understanding, education in regards of understanding. And here we have the cookie again with some race and blah, blah, blah. You get the point, I guess. You know, and if you search on Mary, you can see all the filthy things these people are doing, you know, bowing down before idols and images, and it's just insane. It's an insane institution. It's a wicked institution. It is abomination. Let's see, Mary worship. We guess apparently I get some. See, Mary worship, let's see. Mary statues. You can also see them carry around statues. You know, you read the Bible and you think, oh, that couldn't happen in our days. Oh, yeah. Actually, it's just, walking around with a statue of Mary, bowing before Mary, and blah, 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 Look at these people. What are they doing? This is filthy. Someone should take a hammer and break that idol, It's disgusting. Totally disgusting. What are they doing? Bowing down before idols. And kissing them, and just give me a break. Give me a break. These idols, statues should just be destroyed and burned, and and we also see people bow down before statues of the Pope. Do Catholics worship Mary? Well, look at what they're doing before this. Yeah, of course, it's not Mary; it's just a statue. In regard, they're bowing down before they're worshiping Satan. And you can find in regards of, and they talk about Mary being the mother of the church and blah, 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 blah. Maybe they should try reading the Bible instead and get out of this filthy system. There was something in regards of blue and Mary, in regards of the European Union having a blue flag and 12 stars, and sometimes you see Mary with 12 stars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't. Probably maybe there's some we can't see, but apparently this is a thing that you should be able to find, where you have a crown round about Mary with 12 stars, and blue apparently also being a color. And if you look on the European flag, here we have the blue color, I guess. Anything but worship of God is idolatry. Yep, absolutely. And funny enough, we have the sign of Satan above here. That's the triangle. Very interesting, and there's a lot of images. Also, it's just so demonic. And people can see it. Of course, the Freemasons also have this, in regards to the triangle being the great architect. Well, that's Satan. It's not God they're worshipping. It's Satan. The great deceiver. Here we see her in blue again, blue again, blue again. Apparently Catholics understand something in regards to the blue of Mary and all that. So, in any case. But it's just total wickedness. Total wickedness. There's just abomination. It's terrible. And that was what the Protestants protested against. Because they knew this system was just, you also have all these death images and all that, the skeletons, and it's just it's so filthy, how anyone can see there's a problem, being in this. Oh yeah, we have where they bow down before the Pope, the so-called Pope, well, the statue of the so-called Pope, or the Antichrist actually. So they're bowing down before the Antichrist. And actually, what do we see? Actually, I didn't really realize. Oh, we have a lot of candles down there. So what are they doing? They're seemingly lighting candles for the statue of the Pope. of the Antichrist, the man of 666, and here we have, he kneels in front of the statue of Mary, which is not really Mary, but anyway, the Queen of Heaven, abomination. So, and it just continues and continues, I guess. Anyway, we should get back to the, Protestants should not jump into bed with the whole. The whole idea with Protestants was to protest against the system. I do, in regards of Luther also having, some of these known Protestants actually persecuted the Anabaptists, which it seems just so outrageous that the Protestants themselves are persecuting some other Protestants because they were too radical, and the Catholics. Sorry about that. The Catholics as well was persecuting the Anabaptists as well. So the Anabaptists was persecuted by the Lutherans, and I think the Calvinists, I think, also persecuted them, and and the Zwinglies and all that, and a lot of the people that should have known better, knowing scriptures and all that, shouldn't actually be against the Anabaptists, but just be positive that people would actually go further, and then they got, they wouldn't fight for any state and so forward, and you have some stories in our days also in regards of Nazism, where you see, where I read one story in regards of, or heard, in regards of this guy where the Nazis was recruiting, and he wouldn't fight, and we have stories also in the U.S. where, I think it was in the U.S., where they had 2 or more of Anabaptists. Again, I can't remember what line of it, if it was Mennonites or something like that. And they did the same thing. They wouldn't fight, and thereby they they died. They died. But I guess it might have actually saved a lot of other people from in regards of Anabaptism. They took the fight at the beginning instead of going out killing other people made in the image of God. So, but anyway, here we see in regards of the cookie Jesus, it should be very clear that this is representing of the sun. It's just right in your face. In regards of a sun symbol, it's just, even, and you can just look up the swastika yourself and see that this is we still have problems with the connection. I have no idea why that would be. Anyway, I even only run 15 frames per second now. So, anyway, so we have the cookie formed as a sun with the sun symbol in it and sun rays and all that. Come on, it's just right in our faces, I have another. I'm not sure if I can find that. It could maybe be on the page. I haven't really gone further down. But it's here we have a picture. Maybe I should actually just if we can get it this way. It becomes a little big on the screen, on the computer screen, but it's a little harder for me to actually navigate it. Where is it? Okay. Can we zoom a little out? Okay, there we go. Oh, no. We need to go a little more up here. Now, a little more. Okay, there we go. So, here we have apparently, I think it was a cardinal, but I'm not too sure. Either a bishop or a cardinal, but I think it was a cardinal. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know in regard. There's also some color code. Of course, it's a little hard to see colors in this picture. And of course, we have the cookie Jesus there hanging, and there, and the sun symbol of the sun god of going back to Sol Invictus. The mystery religion of Rome. It's just the mystery religion of Rome in new clothing. Let's see here. I say, my feeling as a Christian points me to my Lord and Savior as a fighter. It points me to the man who once in loneliness, surrounded only by a few followers, recognized these Jews for what they were and summoned men to the fight against them, and who, God's truth, was greatest not as sufferer but as fighter. In boundless love as a Christian and as a man, I read through the passage which tells us how the Lord at last rose in his might and seized the scourge to drive out of the temple the brood of vipers and of adders, how terrific was his fight for the world against the Jewish poison. Today, after 2,000 years, with the deepest emotion, I recognize more profoundly than ever before the fact that it was for this that he had to shed his blood upon the cross. As a Christian, I have no duty to allow myself to be cheated, but I have the duty to be a fighter for the truth and justice. And as a man, I have the duty to see to it that human society does not suffer the same catastrophic collapse as did the civilization of the ancient world some 2,000 years ago, a civilization which was driven to its ruin through the same Jewish people. Hitler, Munich speech, April the 12th, 1922. So it seems like, having, the thing is, Catholics will say, well, yeah, that's true that Hitler was a Catholic, but, was he a Christian? That's the thing, they spin it, right? Because the question was never in regards of was he a Christian, because of course he's not a Christian if he's a Roman Catholic. If he was a Christian, he would not be part of that system. He would come out of the system of this Roman insanity institution of Romanism. Anyway, let's see here. Just as the Jew could once incite the mob of Jerusalem against Christ, so today he must succeed in inciting folk who have been duped into madness to attack those who, God's truth, seek to deal with his people in utter honesty and sincerity. Hitler's speech in Munich, 28 July 1922. I don't know in regards to, but in any case, let's see here. So we have, and you have the Knights of Malta and the Knights of, what is it called? Knights of Malta, Knights of, and you can find things, it goes back to Rome again, being Knights of Rome, Knights of Malta, Knights of, what's the other group called? The Knights of Malta, Knights, and I looked into the Knights of Malta and looked into a documentary, and they do the same filthy things that the Catholics do, maybe because they are Catholics themselves, running around with Mary statues and abominations. And Knights of Columbus. Okay, we have Knights of Columbus as well. Again, going back to Rome. Romanism, Catholicism. Here we have Knights of Columbus. You have the sign of it's called something. Again, you see that also in the US government. Of course, the eagle is also used in regards to the US. The eagle was used in regards to Germany. And you find the eagle as well in the Roman Empire, if I remember correctly. The Roman eagle, you can just look, I guess, Roman eagle. Where they walk around with, I guess, a little more, little like, let's see if we can find the Roman eagle in, some, well, there we go. That wasn't really hard, actually, and as you look at the symbols in regards to the lightnings, can you see the lightnings? And the lightnings as well here, and you saw some of the, the other symbol in regard, you just see these symbols, So we have the Nazis using the eagle, we have the US using the eagle, and all these symbols. So who rules the world today? Well, the Bible says it has to be Roman because it's a Roman beast. So who governs the world, or who is in control? Rome, of course. And who is the head of this system? Well, the Antichrist. So if you can find the Roman emperor, you can find the Antichrist. It shouldn't be that hard. Apparently people are so deceived nowadays, so it's very hard for them And here we have the eagle with these, what's it called, fasces, I think they're called, something like that. And you can see them in the US thing as well, where two of them stand and all that. Yeah, here, like, upward and all that. So, there's also the double-headed eagle, and we also can connect that to Romanism. We have from the 1600, where you have the eagle, a Protestant image from the 1600, where you see this a Roman eagle with two-headed, and you see all the I guess it would be not nations or places where that it owns in some sense. Talking about the double-headed eagle, there we have at least one here. The Russia is using the double-headed eagle as its symbol, if I remember correctly. And funny enough, knowing that it goes back to Rome, it's yeah. So you can, and actually it maybe looks like a sun up there as well. Maybe it's in regards of mystery religion, in regards of the sun worship thing, Sol Invictus and all that. That's the things that they moved around with, and it just continues and continues. All these symbols, all roads leads to Rome. People, all roads leads to Rome. Just follow the Bible, read the Bible, study the book of Daniel and the book of Revelation. Find out where it all goes to. What is the saying? All roads leads to Rome. Why would they have that saying? Here we go, an eagle in regards to Rome. So the US is using Roman symbols as well. And what is written on the $1 bill? Well, that's written in Latin letters. What is like a New World Order or something like that, in Latin letters or something like that. I can't remember exactly, but you can look that on for yourself. You have a pyramid, and you have the symbol of Satan on it as well, in regards of the the upper capstone. But of course, Yeshua is the cornerstone and not the upper stone and all that. So anyway. I'm not still sure what this. I guess we see it also, this round thing. I'm not entirely sure what that represents. I'm sure one could find some information on it. Maybe it represents the sun. I'm not sure. Or something else. Here we have like this thing again around the eagle. We have it there again. Again, I'm not entirely sure what that, I guess it must mean something, right? Symbols usually have some kind of meaning. Oh, yeah, we have the US and the eagle, right? And we have Latin letters. But why would they write anything in Latin letters? Doesn't that go back to Rome again? Oh, yeah, absolutely. And as far as I understand it, the US is used as the sword of the hand of Rome. Anyway, you got the idea of the symbol and all that, and as we know, we can find it in Nazi Germany, and we can find it in the US as well, of course. Let's see, fasces, maybe we can find in regards of the US, fasciae, I'm not sure how you actually spell that, but as you saw, it's a Roman symbol, the Romans used it, and you can find the US Parliament or something. I'm not entirely sure where it is, but let's see if we can find. I can't remember what it's called, but where the Antichrist also went into, I think it was. They invited the Antichrist over. It's just an insanity, you can do your own digging into that. Let's go back to the article and see what it has. Let's see, where was it? Was Hitler a Christian? Well, no, he was not a Christian, he was a Roman Catholic. So, on top shine forth the Christian cross in the color of purity, constantly warning us, you women and mothers, be real Christians, protect Christianity in your family, rear your children to love the Savior. There was also a German book where it talked about that every time you saw the cross, think about what the Jews did to Jesus, And of course, yes, the Jews did kill off their Messiah and all that, but it's and they absolutely have some issues, but were the Christians told to go out and kill people? Nay, they were not told to go out and kill people. They were told to stand on, go out and spread the good news. We're not told to kill anyone. Go and kill people in the name of Christ. Where do you see that? And of course, here we have a Nazi symbol in the cross. So again, if the sun symbol, talking about the solar god, Sol Invictus, you see how Satan, it seems to have really, it's very sad. And you have a lot of, you have some collections here and there in regards of where, really points to that Hitler was, a Catholic, and that he took a lot of the party of the Catholics into his own and so forward, and that the SS was based on the Jesuits found, in regards of the build-up of the Jesuits, which is, the soldiers of Satan, the most wicked people, Let's see, Hitler, the Christianity of Hitler revealed in his speeches and proclamation. And again, that's the thing. Yeshua warned us about wolves in sheep clothing. The task which Christ began but did not finish, I will complete. Hitler, 1926. Well, what did Christ, begin? He died for the sins of the world. Did he say to his disciples, "Oh yeah, go out and kill people and kill the Jews as well"? No, he didn't say that. Actually, his disciples was the one getting killed by the Jews and other people, And of course, the Roman Catholic Church has persecuted the true Christians down through history. Let's see here. We are the people of different faith, but we are one. Which faith conquers the other is not the question. Rather, the question is whether Christianity stands or falls. We tolerate no one in our ranks who attack the ideas of Christianity. In fact, our movement is Christian. We are filled with a desire for Catholics and Protestants to discover one another in the deep distress of our own people. Hitler's speech in Passau, 27 October 1928. Well, again, in regards of, not all Protestants apparently fell for him, and they were seemingly, as far as I can see, killed off and persecuted and put in camps and all that. So they didn't fall for the deception. Let's see. Let us pray in this hour that nothing can divide us and that God will help us against the devil. Almighty God bless our fight. Hitler addressed to the SA in 1930. The SA that was, what was called, I can't remember but it was like, wasn't it Hitler that killed off the head of the SA at some point? And here we go. Nazi army, Christian chaplain's hat with silver cross. Okay, I do wonder what's the thing in the middle, what that represents. I'm not sure. Maybe this is like Roman as well in regards to the thing around. I'm not entirely sure. We have the eagle up here, and we have the sun symbol. Then we have the cross, which the Catholic really likes, and in regards of, and then we have this weird thing and the thing in the middle. I'm not entirely sure what that is to be, Let's see here. The national government or Nazi government will regard it as its first and foremost duty to revive in the nation the spirit of unity and cooperation. It will preserve and defend those basic principles on which our nation has been built. It regards Christianity as the foundation of our national morality and the family as the basis of national life. Well, in regards of the Christianity as the foundation, if that was true, it would be good, right? And in regards of the family, it seems like they also had some good things in regards of the family and all that, but you still have to be very, very careful This is Hitler proclamation to the German nation at Berlin, 1st February 1933. Wasn't that the year he was actually, elected into... anyway, let's see here. It will take... Let's see here. The national government will regard... maybe I should just take from the... We are determined as leaders of the nation to fulfill as a national government the task which has been given to us, swearing fidelity only to God. And as Christians, we're told not to swear. Our conscience and our Volk, I think Volk is German for folk, or people. This, the national government will regard its first and foremost duty to restore the unity of spirit and purpose of our Volk, people. It will preserve and defend the foundation upon which the power of our nation rests. It will take Christianity as the basis of our collective morality and the family as the nucleus of our Volk, of our people and state under its firm protection. Well, it sounds pretty good in regards of Christianity and all that, and in regards of family values, seems pretty good as well. So, and in regards of doing good to other people and all that, that was also be good, right? But we should love our enemies, and that didn't seem to actually be the thing that that they did, right? If the Jews, let's say the Jews are the enemies, they have rejected Christ and all that, and they're pretty much, they pretty much distorted, a lot of things to discount Yeshua, but so does other people. You have, at least the Jews are just wolves in some sense, They're not wolves in sheep clothing. Those that are the dangerous things, so the Christians are the wolves in sheep clothing. And Jews shouldn't be really a big problem for the Christians. The Mohammedans should not be a big problem for the Christians in regards of, we also believe in Yeshua, they will say. No, you don't believe in Yeshua. You reject him. And it should be very easy for the Christians to know this if they're just, if we just keep the truth and not fall into, because the Mohammedans believe in a version of Yeshua who is not the Son of God. And already there we know that Muhammad was a wolf in sheep clothing. And the rest of the 1.8 billion Mohammedans in the world in our days are wolves. And they need to reject their religion and find the true version of Yeshua or Jesus. And in regards of the Catholics, they are much worse because that's wolves in sheep clothing. So it's a lot harder for people to actually, Anyway, let's go on. Oh my, sorry about that. I think it's the cucumbers I've been eating. And the family as the nucleus of our Volk and state under its firm protection. I've seen some in regards of the German, in regards of the German people, where they have, in regards where they actually have some effort in regards of family values, and Hitler also talks about doing good to our neighbor, it seems. But apparently he seemed to have totally lost it in regards of doing good to our enemy. Because again, if he thought the Jews was the enemy, he do good to your enemy, right? Anyway. May God Almighty take our work into His grace, give true form to our will, bless our insight, and endow us with the trust of our Volk. And there's another place also where actually people make a swearing to Hitler as well. I mean, we're told not to swear to anyone. As Christians, we're told not to swear at all. And yet we see also Christians swearing and all that. It's just, we're told not to swear at all. Hitler shown as a Christian knight, carrying a Nazi banner, a more subtle form of propaganda than the usual Nazi standard. Okay. Well, maybe he was a knight of Rome. That might have been, maybe that's the way it's going. So we have May Almighty God take our work to His grace, give true form to our will, bless our insight, and endow us with the confidence of our Volk, our people, as I understand it is in German. Hitler addresses the German nation as Chancellor for the first time, 1st February 1933. Okay, so we have, let's see here, and now Staatspräsident Bull says that Christianity and the Catholic faith, oh there we go, the Catholic faith are threatened by us. And to that charge I can answer, in the first place it is Christians and not international atheists who now stand at the head of Germany. So okay, so it's Christians, okay. I do not merely talk of Christianity. No, I also profess that I will never ally myself with the parties which destroy Christianity. If many wish today to take threatened Christianity under their protection, where I would ask, was Christianity for them in these 14 years when they went arm in arm with atheism? No, never, and at no time was greater internal damage done to Christianity than in these 14 years when a party, theoretically Christian, sat with those who deny God in one and the same government. Hitler's speech delivered at Stuttgart, February 15, 1933. And here we have Hitler with a Catholic nun, as I understand he's fixing an autograph or something like that. And, you can find so much of, when he dies, there's this speech from, I think it's the Spaniard head in regards of Hitler being, what is it called, a good Catholic and all that, and a good knight for the Catholic Church or something like that. I can't remember, what is it called? We have the guy in Italy, and then we have the guy in Spain. Let's see if I can find it actually. Spain, I think he was a fascist, right? World War II. Let's see if we can find it. Let's see here. What if I can find the name of him? Francois, Spain. Let's see, what was he called? If I could remember, what was the fascist movement in Spain called? So here we have fascism again, but where's the guy that led? I think it's Francisco Franco. Could that be the guy? Let's try. We had some dictatorship as well. Why was Spanish fascist dictator? Okay, let's try that. And see if I can find it, the quote, okay. About Hitler death, paste, quote on Hitler's death. Quote, and this was written in a newspaper not long after his illegible death, as I understand it. Let's see if we can find it. It might have been in an image as well. Let's see. Here we have an image from 1928. It doesn't have it all. The movement is Christian. Apparently it seems to be missing something. Let's see here. Franco quote on the dead. Maybe I need to go to the quotations. Maybe here we go. I think, consider Hitler a son of the Catholic Church. So this is this, as I understand it, this was written after he was illegible died. Where is it? Isn't that okay? Did Franco consider Hitler a son of the Catholic Church who died while defending Christianity? He's just asking, and he seems to have been reading the quote. That is, let's see here. Maybe we can actually use that. Son of the Catholic Church. Let's see. Go back. Son of the Catholic Church. Son of the Catholic Church. Now, of course, the Catholics will try to deny it, and you can see how everything gets distorted and a smoke screen and all of that. It's very sad how they will just say no, this is not true and blah blah blah. Let's see. One of the documentary I saw, there was a quotation in regards of one of the Jewish so-called rabbis was writing to the so-called Pope to get him to intervene in regards to the children, for the children's sake, not to have the Jewish children killed. And the letter he gets back is like, the Jews deserve to die. The Jews deserve whatever punishment they get, something like that. And then we have the Catholic guy that have researched, was given access to the documents and found out that, the Roman Catholic Church did work with Hitler. And he's still a Catholic, funny enough. It's just weird, that people can actually go and study these things and find out that these, things are actually true and then still continue to be Catholics. It's amazing. It just goes on to, but there's, some are good cats, some are good and some are bad, whatever, let's see. Adolf Hitler, son of the Catholic Church, died while defending Christianity. It is therefore understandable that words cannot be found to lament over his death. Actually, I think the quotation was actually longer, but this was from Franco. Hitler fought for Christianity in Europe. Adolf Hitler, son of the Catholic Church, died while defending Christianity. It is therefore understandable that words cannot be found to lament over his death. General Franco attending service in a Catholic church in Spain. Franco made Roman Catholicism state religion and blah blah blah. Maybe that's a little longer here. Adolf Hitler, son of the Catholic Church, died while defending Christianity. Well, Romanism at least, popery, popedom. It is therefore understandable that words cannot be found to lament over his death. When so many were found to exalt his life, over his mortal remains stands his victorious moral figure. With the palm of the martyr, God gives Hitler the laurels of victory. I'm not sure if I say that correctly. Laurels. I guess that might be something in regards of a tangible symbol signifying approval or distinction, award, honor. I guess that might be in regards of some of the symbols. We could, of course, just make a search, but maybe that is in regards of this symbol that we have seen in some of this, places. Let's have a look. Laurels. And this, as I understand it, Franco actually, in regards of this quotation, is after Hitler's death. So that would be after 1945, I think it is. Let's see, so here we have the laurels. That seems to actually be the things that is in some of the symbols, doesn't it? So again, maybe going back to Roman traditions or something like that. Let's see, symbol. Let's try to say symbol, and let's go to web. Laurel symbol. Laurel's wreath. Let's see if it's maybe connected with Rome. The laurel wreath decorating a memorial of the Folketing, the national parliament of Denmark. Oh, well, it wouldn't be a surprise if Denmark is in bed with Rome, would it? We have our primary minister going to Rome to celebrate, and, apparently have had his, they were talking about this, that they were going down and would have, the Antichrist laid their hands on them, and he had, he would have a speech and so forward. Let's see, the laurel wreath is round wreath made of connected branches and leaves of bay laurel. an aromatic, broadler, evergreen, or later from spineless butcher broom or cherry laurel, or it is a symbol of triumph, and it is worn as a chaplet around the head or as a garland around the neck. Maybe we can open that up in regards to open new and open new. Around the neck. The symbol of laurel wreath traces back to Greek mythology. Oh, and here we go. Apollo. Oh, Apollo is connected with what? Sun worship. Is represented wearing a laurel wreath on his head, and wreaths were awarded to victors both in athletic competitions. This includes the ancient Olympics, and of course Olympics is, in regards to the sports and all that, connects back to paganism again, for which they were made of wild olive trees known as cotinos. And in poetic meets in Rome, they were symbols of martial victory, crowning of successful commanding during his triumph, whereas ancient laurel wreaths are most often depicted as a horseshoe shape. Modern versions are usually complete rings. Okay, so it can be a horseshoe. So, in common modern idiomatic usage, it refers to a victory. The expression resting on one laurels refers to someone relying entirely on long past successes for continued fame or recognition, where to look to one laurels means to be careful of losing rank to competition. Oh well, so I guess we got some information on that. That might be the thing that is on the symbol of some of the things that we have seen. Here we have the chaplet, apparently, in regards of headgear. Okay. Oh yeah, what to say? It also, let's see, in ancient times it also served as a crown representing victory or authority. Yeah, okay. And we have the garland. What is the... Oh, garland. It's a decorative wreath of flowers, leaves, or other material. Garlands can be worn on the head or around the neck, hung on inanimate objects, or laid in the place of... I guess that must be the... Of course, the Christmas tree is going back to paganism. Yay. Anyway, and of course, Christmas itself is pagan. It's the birth of the sun god Sol Invictus. Yet people don't care. People don't care. I don't understand why people don't care, you know. People are just careless. Anyway, Adolf Hitler, son of the Catholic Church, died while defending Christianity. Well, Romanism. It is therefore understandable that words cannot be found to lament over his death, when so many were found to exalt his life. Over his mortal remains stand his victorious moral figure with the palm of the martyr. God gives Hitler the laurels of victory. And again, when you look in regards of Second World War, it just seems to me that something was going on. It seems to be planned out in some sense, you know, and get a lot of people killed. That's the idea of it. They want to have a lot of people killed, and you know, there was something in regards to the U.S. putting Protestants in the front line in regards of when the landing was, so they could get a lot of Protestants killed off. We see them bombing cities as well. We see Hitler stopping his army for killing the rest of, you know, he has the whole army on the you know, in regards of the English army on the they're fleeing, and what does he do? He says to his generals, or you know, that they, you know, stop, and he could just have crossed the whole of the English army, as I understand it, but he stopped it. Now, why would he stop it? Maybe Rome wanted the war to continue. Maybe actually Rome wanted Hitler to lose the war in the end. Just weird things going on in this, you know. where it's just that's weird. That some in regards of the protection in regards of it's just why would he attack Russia? He has already two fronts open. He has the front in the south. He has the front to the left. Why would he open another front to the right? In regards of Russia, that actually is supplying him things. Why would he ever attack Russia? That doesn't absolutely not make sense when he already are fighting two other fronts. It just doesn't make sense. And of course, we see Napoleon did the same thing in regards of attacking or leading the people into Russia, and the winds are killing them off and all that. It's just, and a huge amount of soldiers was killed in Russia. German soldiers. It just seems. I have no idea why anyone would open another front when you already are fighting two fronts already. Let's just attack those that actually supply us with things, it just doesn't make sense. Anyway, I don't know, whatever. It seems to Rome got its, we got the United Nations, we got Europe, we got, NATO and all that, and it seems all things goes back to Rome, United Nations is like nearly every country in the world, and as I understand it, the Vatican also has a in it. So as I understand it, at some point, they will get to the anyway. Well, it's going forward, and of course the prophecies in the Bible will be fulfilled. It's just incredible that we don't know more about things. Let's see, before World War II, there was an open fascist political organization in Spain named Falange. The entire Catholic youth organization joined the Falange. General Franco's brother-in-law, Serrano Suna, was the Catholic youth secretary, and most of the Robles' followers also joined. The Falange employed the successful tactic of the Italian fascist, and Nazis' physical violence. Anyway, you have pretty much three players in regards of fascism. You have the Italy guy, you have Hitler, and then you have Spain. There's at least three people where you have Romanism. But again, it doesn't really matter who wins as long as the Antichrist wins out. And, it doesn't matter if people get killed, he doesn't care about that, it doesn't matter as long as as long as Rome comes out or the Antichrist comes out and smells like roses, that's the whole idea, let's see here. Let's just continue here. So we have more of these things. And is that in a church or something like that? Let's see. This swastika is displayed in the Benedictine monastery where Hitler was as an altar boy. Whenever he attended mass, he passed this swastika on the stone Ikuchion over a door. Hitler had once wanted to become a Benedictine monk, and it is possible that this swastika influenced his design for the Nazi swastika. And as I read some other source that he actually got the symbol from a Catholic church. So again, it wouldn't be a surprise. And again, the sign symbolizing the sun. Not a big surprise there either. In regards of not the sun but the solar sun, That's very annoying in regards of English that you have two words that actually, it's really close related. In regards of how you say it, it just doesn't make it easier. In the schools, the government will protect the rightful influence of the Christian bodies. We hold the spiritual forces of Christianity to be indispensable elements in the moral uplift of most of the German people. We hope to develop friendly relations with the Holy See. Now, the Holy See is in regards of going back to thinking, they go back to Peter and all that. They think they have the authority from Peter and blah blah, But the Holy See, of course, goes back to the Antichrist and the man of 666, the so-called Pope, his so-called holiness, and so forward, the so-called Holy Father. Well, Yeshua said we shouldn't call anyone Father on this earth than, the Father in heaven. Let's see here. The government being, but of course Satan wants to be like God, doesn't he? Right? So the government being resolved to undertake the political and moral purification of our public life are creating and securing the conditions necessary for a really profound revival of religious life. Hitler addressed Reichstag on March 23, 1933. Well, anyway, Adolf Hitler chats to the papal nuncio, Archbishop Cesare Onsinenko, at a New Year's reception in Berlin. Actually, I've heard some say that it's actually, I think, was his birthday, but maybe that's another thing. Maybe that's another. No, maybe I got that wrong. Actually, it's a bad picture because some of the pictures actually you can see that Hitler looks like a small Catholic boy. You're like looking wonder in regards to the priest. Anyway, the government of the Reich, which regards Christianity as the unshakable foundation of the morals and moral code of the nation, attaches the greatest value to friendly relations with the Holy See, and they also made a concordance, the Reich Concordance in 1933, I think, as well. And and as I understand it from this Catholic guy that wrote in regards of Hitler and and the Vatican having it was talking about that this concordance, Reich Concordance, actually did so the laws of the Catholic Church could be enforced on the Catholics. So and again, if the SS was just an army of Roman Catholicism and so just to persecute people that didn't accept them and persecute the Jews, as is also confirmed that Hitler says that I'm just continuing what the church have done for hundreds of years or something like that, and that's true. The church have persecuted the Jews for hundreds of years. Just ask the Jews, about that, and they will give you a whole list of it in regards of the Catholic Church persecuting the Jews. Was that what Yeshua said we should do? No. And again, we have to remember there's wolf in sheep clothing and there's, the sheep. Yeshua warned us about that there would be wolf in sheep clothing. They think he just warned us for fun, No, he warned us because then we would know when things was coming around. And he also said an enemy would sow the bad seeds after he had, left. After he had sown the good seeds, an enemy would come and sow the bad seeds. Now, who came afterwards sowing the bad seeds? Well, I think he's in the New Testament, but anyway. And that was where it all began in regards of the confusion and people getting into lawlessness and not really following Christ, but following Paul instead. The rights of the churches will not be diminished. Hitler's speech to the Reichstag, 23 March. So he wants to have friendly relationships with the Holy See and is endeavoring to develop them. The rights of the churches will not be diminished. Hitler's speech at the Reichstag, blah, 1933. Blah, blah, blah. As we see in Christianity the unshakable foundation of the moral life, so it is our duty to continue to cultivate friendly relations with the Holy See and to develop them. Hitler's speech to the Reichstag on March 23, 1933, in which he indicated the program of his government. His universe, March, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And here we have, it looks like a coin or something, but it just seems to be something else. But we have the cross and we have We also have a coin, actually. We have a coin with the symbol of Zionism and the symbol of Nazism. Apparently, it seems they actually work together in regards to the transfer agreement before the persecution of the Jews. So it seems like at least some of the Jews had the possibility of flee to what was called Palestine at that point. So it seems that some of the Jews actually had the possibility of fleeing and getting much of their money with them to Palestine, as it was called at that point. But that's another thing to, woman's world is her husband. Woman's world is her husband, her family, her children, and her home. We do not find it right when she presses into the world of men. I would actually agree with that. That's I would agree with that. That seems to be women's places in the household, and I guess it's against feminism. I'll see if it saves it. I'm not sure if it actually saves it. But anyway, woman's world is her husband, her family, her children, and her home. We do not find it right when she presses into the world of men. Yeah, well, I think that seems pretty good. Adolf Hitler quoted in Lucy Commissar, the new feminism. Yeah, feminism is just bad, So I would actually agree in regards of women should be at home in regards to the family and, taking care of the husband, the man, and so forward, and having children and so forward. Yeah. So I would actually agree with that. That's the way where the woman is, the place of the woman. Taking care of her husband and children. Is that a bad thing? Absolutely not. But apparently feminists believe it's, and women nowadays seems to, they get so much feminism into them, so much rebellion, so much hatred against men and so forth. It's very sad. Let's see here. Secular schools can never be tolerated because such schools have no religious instruction, and a general moral instruction without a religious foundation is built on air. Consequently, all character training and religion must be derived from faith. We need believing people. Okay, Nazi Vatican Concordance of 19. Okay, let's see if we can. That's something in regards of, he's talking about God and all that. Hitler and the Vatican inside the secret archives that reveal the new story of the Nazis and the church. Peter Goodman. I'm not sure if that was the guy that, but there is a Catholic guy that got access to the Vatican archives and wrote a book about it, and he was not popular, as understanding in Catholic sources, yet he's still a Catholic. But it says also one of many books revealing information about the close links between Nazism and the Catholic Church, the Roman Catholic Church. We have to. So actually the guy, maybe I actually have it open somewhere in regards of, see if I can find him. Now there's no images, so it's a little harder to actually find it when there's no images. No, I have no idea where it would have, it's when there's no images, it's, as I said, really really hard to find it. Of course, I could just open a new window and go to YouTube. Let's see if we can find it. YouTube, and you have a lot of the information getting banned, it seems, or getting, where it's let's see here, that Hitler's father and mother was both Catholics, and he himself was a Catholic. Let's see here. Catholicism, and Nazism. And something like that. I'm not sure if that's actually going to find. Um, Yeah, of course they have their own propaganda. In regards of God and Hitler, that is actually it talks about and then we have I guess the round thing would then be in regards of victory, maybe symbolizing victory in regards of the laurels things, and victory for what? For the sun god. Wouldn't that would make sense, right? Because the sun symbol is in regards. So in regards of the solar god, Sol Invictus, and all that, but they talk about some Protestants protesting against. But of course, there's Catholic propaganda as well to try to distort the truth. As usual. It seems to be what they do. Let's see here. Interview with guy with what can it be? Let's see here. Interview with guy researching Catholic links. I don't know if I can find it, but it's a little hard sitting here on the mobile doing it. Yeah, can't find it. Oh. And I feel like I need a break, Let's just go back to the other web page. But it's out there, and he's a Catholic, and he maybe I have it open on my computer, but I'm getting a little tired, so I need to finish this off. Oh, sorry about that. Hitler's speech to the men of SA. Let's go a little further down. Let's see if there's. You can go look on the webpage in regards to bad news about Christianity.com, GCC Politics, Hitler.hotim and Hotim. If you want to look more in. They have like more pictures, maybe. No. Oh, what do we have here? It's from later on, it seems. Again, something in regards to some spurious sources as well. Also in regards of, so one have to be careful as well. I guess that's a whole topic of itself if one wants to study the thing. Let's see, on April the 20th, this is the last one we'll take, 1939, Archbishop Osienko celebrated Hitler's birthday. The celebrations initiated by Basilia, later Pope Pius, the Antichrist, the Pope Pius the 12th, became a tradition. Each April 20, Cardinal Bertram of Berlin was to send warmest congratulations to the Führer in the name of the bishops and the diocese in Germany, and added with fervent prayers with which the Catholics of Germany are sending to heaven on their altars. Oh my. From Hitler's Pope, The Secret History of Pius XII by John Conwell. Maybe it was John Conwell, the guy. Let's try to see who he actually is. But let's just take the rest of it before. During Hitler's 50th birthday celebration, 1939, special votive masses were held in every German church to implore God's blessing upon the Führer and the people. And the Bishop of Mainz called upon Catholics in his diocese to pray specifically for the Führer and Chancellor, the inspirer, enlarger, and protector of the Reich. The Pope sent his the Antichrist. The Pope sent his congratulations, calling on Catholics to pray for the Führer and Chancellor. yeah, I think we'll stop there and see if we can look if that was the guy that actually. But apparently he got access to the Vatican, and what he found in there was not too popular, as I understand it, in regards to what he actually. But he's still a Catholic. You know, you have to. You know, you. It seems you have to be special blind. You know, to not be able to see. There we go. There we go. We can just take the first part of it. Let's see. If it wants to load, anyway. And let's go to the beginning of it.
Did Pope Pius the
Oh, it stopped.
Pius XII collaborate with Adolf Hitler? Was Pope Pius XII an anti-Semite? In an extensive interview with John Cornwell, author of the year's most controversial book, Hitler's Pope, we find out that the answer is yes. Now, for decades, there have been allegations about how Eugenio Pacelli, better known as Pope Pius XII, collaborated with the Nazis before and during World War II. Of course, the Vatican has always denied these charges, but they've kept their records locked up. They haven't allowed scholars to truly investigate the relationship between Pope Pius XII and Adolf Hitler. Well, all that changed 7 years ago when Cambridge University historian John Cornwell was given access to the secret Vatican archives. Now, Cornwell was a good Catholic. He'd written a best-selling book about the death of Pope John Paul I, and the Vatican fully expected him to exonerate Pius XII. Indeed, Cornwell himself.
So, as you can see, this is the triune tyrant, the Antichrist, the man of the number 666. But anyway.
Hoped that the rumors about Nazi collusion were untrue, but to his horror he found the opposite. Document after document proved that Eugenio Pacelli, the man who became Pope in 1939, stands as a monumental moral failure, a man more concerned with centralizing church authority than with the murder of millions of people. A man not only complicit with the rise of the Nazi Party, but according to Cornwell, a man whose silence about the fate of the Jews betrayed a deeply embedded anti-Semitic attitude. Now, Cornwell put.
And actually, you know, we have this letter to this, you know, to the Jews. But I don't know where one can find it, but I know that some will say, "Oh, it's a fake," and this and that. But I don't think it's fake. You know, again, it's just the Catholics trying to distort the truth, as usually. You know, you see down through history, and you see Catholic. You know, they use the same. Distorting the truth and history and all that is nothing is new under the sun, you know. So you can go look at some of the things yourself, but it's just disgusting to see the letter that was read or was sent to the Jews. It's just total disgust, you know, that the Jews deserves whatever they get and all that, and he wouldn't have apparently left a finger for the Jews. And sadly, I don't know where the letter is. It should be able to, one should be able to find it somewhere on the internet again. I don't really, I don't really have a way of actually, I don't really collect the information. And, I'm more interested in studying the Bible. So it's not like, but when you study the Bible, you begin to also see what is going on in the world. And then you get a little interested in regards to what is actually going on, what is taking place and all that. And then we're going to see all the lines in regards of all the things going back to Rome. And then, of course, you look at the Protestants that knew who the Antichrist was, who the biblical Antichrist was, and who the whole riding the beast was as well. It was Rome. It is Rome. It is the great city that rules over the kings of the earth. Which city rules over the kings of the earth? Is there any other than Rome? Where are all the people, all the kings going? They're going to Rome. Like, we have one of the pictures where like 3 presidents of the US is sitting as well, this Antichrist guy, or the guy that was in the office of the Antichrist, or the seat of the Antichrist, has died. And you have 3 U.S. presidents, some of them former presidents, sitting there, kneeling in front of it. It's like, who rules over the kings of the earth? Well, history would confirm that the Pope, or the Antichrist, the so-called Pope, Luther wrote a good history book in regards of how this little horn works. And actually, the last part of the book, the Antichrist wins out. He has his foot on the neck of the German king, and he has says some things, and he has the king accepted and all that. So the Antichrist wins out in the end of the book. It's a small book, it's a Danish book I read. I'm not sure if it's in English, or from 1545, I think it is. And it's interesting just to see how Rome are working, and he just, how he plays this political game, and you have the Mohammedans as well, and it's just very interesting, and how he plays the kings to do this and that and whatever, So, and this will continue. Well, Rome will be burned at some point, but the seed of the Antichrist will continue until Yeshua returns. So even if Rome is destroyed, this office will continue until Yeshua returns. So that was pretty much it for me. May Jehovah be with you, and may Yeshua be a most precious stone, precious pearl. And when you find it, don't let go of it. Just keep a hold on it, because Satan will try to take it from you. And may the Spirit of truth, the Holy Spirit, be in us all. There's a lot of lies and deceptions and all that, and we tend to fall into lies and deceptions. Satan is very clever. We have to try to stand for truth as good as we can. We might fail in some of the things, but then we find out we were wrong. Then we need to get away from it. Satan has a way of steering us away from the truth, and sometimes we are getting stirred in the wrong. And when we find out, we just have to turn around and keep on the track, on the narrow road. And try to stand for truth. That's all, I guess. Have a good one, all of you. And bye-bye. Shalom.